Welcome. This reading is about the upcoming journey where Mars is in retrograde and traveling from Leo back into Cancer and coming back. And this is a really long journey that we deal with in December, January, February, March, April. So until Mars will be back in the place where it started, it will take a couple of months where we have to deal with this change in energy, because Mars is about our life force, right? And the lion in our chart is about our heart space and our passion for life and our childlike creations. And everybody has a fifth house in the chart, and everybody has a Leo somewhere in its chart. And if you don't know where that is, just go to astro.com, draw your own chart and see where the placements are in your own astrology. And this Mars retrograde is really special because Mars retrogrades into Cancer. And so we face this time being a little bit cut off of our energy, or better to say it's changing, and we have the chance to look deeply into our emotional truth, into our way of dealing with energy as well, and the action we can take on it. And this one is about our own integrity, our own truth. And if you want, you can take a look back at the last retrograde of Mars at the end of 22. It was at the end of October in 22. But it was a little bit different because it was a retrograde in Gemini. So that was a little bit about communication, where you acted in a way that you may be reviewing today. What did you decide back then, and what is it that you wished for, and what wants to be corrected? You know, if you look back, you can see, oh, this is what I did, and it didn't turn out like I wanted it to. So the time between October, at the end of October of 22 until now, what didn't work out? So what can you change right now in your actions to get to the place where you really want to go, or where your heart wants to go? But if you want to look at a bigger picture, you can look back when Mars was last retrograde in Leo. And it was like it is now, right? And it was in the end of 2009 and until the beginning of 2010. It didn't go back into Cancer. It just stayed in Leo. And to look back, what was happening in your life back then? What would you do differently? And however you decide what was important in that time, can you look at the place of Leo in your chart? So these areas of life are affected by this Mars transit right now. And so that's about re-evaluating our decisions and finding the truth beneath all the actions we take. What is the real truth? What is the truth in your heart? What is your integrity in all of this? And do you have the willingness and the courage to rewrite your story? Because that's what this heart of the lion tells you too, that there is something in your heart that you want to accomplish, that you want to realize, and can you see the bigger picture where you decided things that are not working for you or that didn't work for you, and are you willing and daring to rewrite your story? And in the time Mars is in Cancer, And that will be in the beginning of January. I think on the 6th of January, Mars will retrograde into Cancer again. Then the energy will change again, and it will be good to use this transit as a way to look at your emotional patterns. And Leo in Cancer feels really different than Mars in Cancer. I meant in Cancer feels really different than Mars in Leo, because in Cancer Mars is in his fall, so it doesn't feel really good in Cancer. And we can see in these moments where we're not willing to be responsible for our own emotions, take responsibility for what you feel, where we stepped into blaming others, or where we choose to be passive aggressive. And that's just a way not to take responsibility for what you really feel. And this time is about understanding, and understanding what lies beneath, and in all that you see, that's a time for inner work on the one hand, and on the other hand it's taking new actions to get into the place where you live your own integrity. And it's inviting us to look from our love for life and for our heart energy and our childlike creation, and to bring these questions into our lives, to see where we can nurture ourselves and the parts that want to be lived and realized. So that's a really powerful transit that is happening, and we can use it not to feel powerless. A better way is to just look back and to see, oh, this is what I thought I would create, but I didn't. And maybe I can do something else where I step into the real path that I want to walk on, to fulfill my heart's desire and to be in an emotional state that I really want to be in. And so now I get into the sign that I'm reading today. Welcome, Libra. First I want to draw a couple of cards, and if you don't want to watch this, you can just skip ahead and get to the point where the reading starts, and the timestamps are in the description below. And I have these cards to begin with. This one, where your actual situation is right now, and then we want to know which parts of your journey can let go of, and what is the meaning that is not valuable anymore. And we are talking about the 3-month cycle of Mars in retrograde in Leo, so there is something that is not of the same meaning anymore for you. You can let go of it. And then we see the shadow and the light sides of it, and what you experienced, or whatever which the sides of this pattern, of whatever we need to know in this area, and the new path you will be on. There we have a gene key card for this, and the next path that wants to be examined, that's this one. And we want to have and I have a second one that just moved, and I will take it because it wanted to be seen, so we'll see later what it is. And we have a horse archetype for the new path, the new meaning that is valuable in your life right now. And we have this one. And then we want to know what you don't see coming. And we take these cards. What you don't see coming, and I want to take this. And I want to have a dragon card. What you don't see coming. And there we have a card. And we have the tea leaves that are so difficult to handle. And then we have one volunteer and we take it. We have these and we have this one. And then we want to know what the hidden parts of this journey are, what the tarot wants you to know, if there is something hidden or to be re-examined or reviewed in some way. And we have this one and I have this one. And then I want to know what is supporting you. And we take this and this and this, what is supporting you. And we have the familiars as well as what is supporting you. This one and this one. And along the way we will draw tarot cards, and we draw a shaman oracle, dream oracle, to see what spirit has to say. But first we want to know what this actual situation is about. And we have the feminine. We have the bouquet as it's a gift, or it's a present. It's something that is growing and something that is inviting. And then we have the mouse. And often the mouse is about lack. It's about something missing, and maybe it's about you experiencing yourself in your femininity, in your divine feminine part of yourself as growing, but there is something missing. Maybe you think there is something missing in this part of your life where you are receiving. And we'll see where this is heading, but what is the part of your life that is about to let go? And it's the Fire Prince. It's about aggression, and it's a masculine energy, right? And maybe that is what you feel, that this is something when you are in this tender place of receiving, of being in your divine feminine. And always remember, that's not about gender, that's about a quality of being. It's in this quality of being and receiving and being tender and vulnerable that is growing in your life. Then you feel that something is missing, and that is the action part of you that is acting on its beliefs, right? It's throwing. The Fire Prince is creating fire, and it is about this creation that comes with this, and what is the part and the pattern that create this pattern of what is decaying, right? And it's the desire that comes with this passion of the masculine acting, right? It's the that's the head on, that's the heartache that's coming with this. And it's maybe you have the idea that something is missing as a masculine in your life. Maybe that's you are longing for a relationship, and maybe you are in this part of receiving and being in this tender place and not having a counterpart that is acting in this way you really desire. And it's the pattern of following this desire of the firecracker, right? The one that is showing an aggressive part of acting on desire that creates always again heartache. And maybe that's the pattern that you can let go, is falling for those people who feel like being this fire prince and not being it in reality, because you feel defeated afterwards. This is something that comes with, you fall for the wrong people in your life, and you get into relationships with people who seem to be the ones who can fulfill your desire, but they aren't. And there is something lacking in this idea of you being in this place of where you don't know where to fall for. And that's the desire brings you into the place where you fall for those people who are not here to fulfill your desire. They are just aggressive. They are just showing qualities that you think you long for. And then we have your new path, and we had 2 cards of them, right? We have 2. That's the 10th gene key, and it's the path from self-obsession to being, and that's, oh, how beautiful that is. And it's from self-denying and being narcissistic about yourself into naturalness, into being. And that's often what we fall for when we fall for the wrong people. It is because they show us something about ourselves that we want to be seen as. And that doesn't mean that you are narcissistic. That's a word I don't like. It's about self-obsession. It's about showing yourself who you want to be and showing the passion. They show you the passion that you want to see in yourself. And maybe this is a person, and these are people in your life that always tell you what you want to hear, that they are like showering you with things that you want to hear, and that's a desire that comes from an ego place, right? But it creates, in the long run, it creates heartache, because it's not coming from a natural and genuine place. It's not. It's about, and it's, defeating. It is about getting what they want and doing whatever they have to do to get what they want. And that's maybe what you fell for in the past, what you want to let go and what you can let go right now, because that's what's decaying. That's not working anymore. You can see through all of this. And you can step into the place of, wow, that's really beautiful. That's the second card that fell out when it moved, and I thought it has to be seen. And this 46 gene key, and it's ecstasy, it's seriousness, delight, and ecstasy. And seriousness is coming to a place of being in delight with whatever is happening in your life, and not being so about desire. The shadow is frigidity and frivolousness. So it is about just following the desire, the the shadow side of it is about this shallowness of the desire that you fell for before, but now you stepped into the gift of delight and naturalness, and so there is no such thing anymore than tempting you to step into these areas that are not fulfilling for you. And you had to face all of this because the South Node went through your sign the last years. So it was about facing the shadow side, facing the dark side of yourself, and stepping out of this. It wasn't an easy journey, right? It wasn't. It was a hard thing to have to get your South Node through your sign, because you had to face all the things that you want to let go now. But you did it, right? That's beautiful, because you are on this path now into letting go of the self-obsession and the seriousness that comes with this, and to step into the delight and the naturalness of your being, and of your being a Libra in this world. And you have to give so much, right? So that is the new path you are on. And we have the 25th way of the horse, and it's attraction, and it's love's potential, relationships challenge, emotional resonance. A stunning great stallion nuzzles his dark bay mare, deepening affection and understanding. Sometimes opposites attract, sometimes like attracts like. The harmony and dissonance of relationship is the music of life and a path to self-realization. And what a beautiful card to draw for a Libra, because you are about relationships, and sometimes maybe that was the thing that you couldn't discern. You couldn't discern the passion and the real attraction, right? So that you fell for these desires that come with showing you, oh, this is how love is. And it's not. It's about this deepening the connection. And you realized it. You realized where you went away and where you went for the wrong people. And now it's time to step into the real connections. And that's in January. I think it's the South Node is leaving your sign. You're ready now. You're ready now to step into the Libra you really are, and to step into the real relationships that will come your way, and allow this beautiful way of being a Venusian being, having all of these Libran qualities and all of the feminine qualities. Libra, Venus is your ruler. That's what it is, and not see this as a lack. To see your attractiveness, your beauty, your love that you hold inside of you as something that is creating lack and dissonance for you. Letting that go, because you let go of the false appearance of love. You let go of all of these people who are not really in the place where they connect. They keep the desire burning inside of you, and that feels like you are defeated in the end. And you will step out of this. This is beautiful. So you just allow this to unfold, and to be in this place of ecstasy, and be the being, the beautiful being that you are. What you don't see coming. A mystery. And it's the 8th house. That's intimacy, right? That's, you don't see coming, the deepness of intimacy that is heading your way, and that you can perceive this. And it's the moon, beautiful. That's the beauty of the deepness of intimacy that is heading your way. Wow, that's beautiful. You had to dive deep, Libra. I want to honor you for this, because that's what the South Node in your sign comes with. You have to dive deep. You have to look at all of these shadows, and you did. You really did. And the thing that you don't see coming is trust and a real relationship. It's heading your way. And you will be able to trust it because you faced the shadow of the 8th house. You faced your willingness to be intimate, to allow people into you, to allow yourself to be in this emotional perception that you are in. Wow, it's heading your way, right? But you don't see coming. And there you go, the whale with great worry over nothing, right? And that's not pulling back from this opposition and from this challenge that you are in right now, and allow life to just fall wherever it falls, right? And that's beautiful, to allow this to happen, to not be this self-centered. Allow life to bring to you what you need right now, and let go of all of these old stories that you are telling yourself about it. What is hidden? What do you need to know? What does the Tarot wants to tell you? It's justice. It's your card, right? It's the balance. What you need to know. It's a yes. It's a yes from life. For you and for relationships and for yourself being this beautiful being that you are. Being this tender. Being this, if you are a woman, being a woman. Being in this divine feminine way of being, not having to have this part of you that is aggressive. Trust into love again. Trust in life again, right? And what is supporting you? And that's true. That's, the sword that is cutting you off from the things that are not good for you, that are cutting you off from the desires that you followed a long time, that defeated you. And this is the sword cutting through all of this, and the red thread holding on to your red thread in your life that is, as a Libra, is following your heart into the balance of love. And it's the unseen that is supporting you on this journey, because you realized that you are able to step into this place without feeling the lack. And what is supporting you? That you have a real warning system in your system now. That you are able to feel when something isn't fitting, when something isn't real. Then you have a warning system, and you can be grateful for this warning system because you practiced it by all of the heartache that came with it, and you became untouchable with it. Wow, that's a beautiful thing, because if we are tender, and that's often our journey, where we experience ourselves being tender and vulnerable and feel this as a weakness, but then we realize at one point it isn't a weakness. Tenderness and vulnerability makes us untouchable. Because there is nothing hidden, there is nothing that can be hurt in this place where you allow this to be just be seen, to allow yourself to be just the beautiful, tender being that you are. There is nothing that can be hurt when you are. And it's the beginner's mind. There is something heading your way, Libra, that will remind you of your beginner's mind, to let go of the stories, let go of the heartache that you experienced in your life, and trust your own way of warning system, trust your own way of being, and trust your own love and your own friendship, and then say yes to the next step in your life. And maybe that's a relationship coming your way, and just allow yourself to step into this relationship with a beginner's mind, with the trust in yourself that you can hold the emotion, that you can be the balance that you are, right? This is the place where you can just allow yourself to be and to experience and to enjoy yourself in this new relationship. And I see these and this and this and this and this and this and this. So, and that is beautiful. You let go of all the old stories and the old things that you carried with you, and the desire that was brought up by false people. And you allow yourself to step into the place where you can create yourself from this beautiful place of your heart's desire. And that's what you are. You shine your light, and that's remembering your own light and remembering yourself that you can create. And you are temperance as well, right? It's a balancing card. That's what you can do. You can be in this balanced place and remember all the beautiful stories that came from a loving place, right? Look at the experiences and the emotions that were on your path, and allow yourself to create something magical with it, and then allow something else, someone else to get into your life and to come into your life to give you what you really long for. This is a relationship heading your way, but it's asking for you to let go of all these old desires and these old stories, and to create something with it, to keep yourself in balance, to keep yourself in the trust that there is nothing dangerous about your intimacy, about mystery, and about being in intimate relationships with other people. And allow yourself to trust yourself that being you, being this part of you, is enough. That's important. Having the beginner's mind to step into a new relationship, to step with trust into the deepness of relationship, and allow life to say yes to you, and allow yourself to say yes to life, to be in the beginner's mind, to experience life in an absolutely new way. This is beautiful and magical. It is really a journey you were on, and this is not an easy one to get into this place of being and get into this place of ecstasy, but you did it. You faced it all, and you faced all these dark things and fell for the wrong people and all of these things, and felt the lack coming with it. And now you are in the place where you can allow life to bring it to you. And then you are in the place where you can just be you. And you don't have to be anything else. And you can step into the delight and the ecstasy that comes with it. So beautiful. Libra, I want to draw you a Kuan Yin card as well. And then I think you are doing a great job in this 3 months of Mars being retrograde. You just revisit all these places that came with a lot of emotions and that came with the experiences that are in the past, and now you're heading forwards into the next phase of your life. Keep your time and enjoy your time revisiting, because that's important, because when Mars goes back into direct mode, the South Node will leave your sign as well. So this will change your life as well. So that's your card. Play to create. Do you dream of more happiness, well-being, love? That is a high-frequency dream. High-frequency dreams become reality when we align ourselves with a matching frequency. There is a way to raise frequency, to become more magnetic to opportunities, to the right people, solutions, and helpful guidance, to bring your dreams to life. For now, let go of the struggle and embrace the way of play. Beautiful. What a beautiful reading, Libra. And so beautiful to witness you stepping into the Libra that you are. Thank you so much for being here, for liking, subscribing, for doing all the good stuff that helps the channel to grow. Thank you so much for being here, and I see you soon.